Somewhere right now, someone is about to pay $10,000 for a Chihuahua that does not exist. Not the dog. The dog is real. The word on the price tag is the part that is made up. Teacup. It sounds rare. It sounds special. It sounds like a tinier, fancier version of the breed. It is none of those things. And by the end of this video, you will be able to prove it with a $20 kitchen scale. Let me show you the truth nobody selling these puppies wants you to hear. Here is what most people think a teacup Chihuahua is: a separate, rarer type. A miniature within the miniature, the premium tier, the one that stays small forever and fits in a literal teacup. Breeders lean on that idea hard because that idea is worth money. Teacup, micro, mini, pocket, tiny toy. The names keep multiplying, and every single one of them adds a zero to the price. So let me ask the obvious question. If teacup is a real category, who decides what counts as one? What is the official weight? Where is the standard? Hold on to that question, because the answer is the entire point of this video, and it is going to save you a lot of money and maybe a lot of heartbreak. There is exactly one organization that writes the official rule book for what a Chihuahua is, the American Kennel Club, and the breed standard is public. Anyone can read it. Here is the entire size rule, word for word. A well-balanced little dog, not to exceed 6 pounds, that is it. That is the whole thing. Read it again, because the trick is hiding in plain sight. Not to exceed 6 pounds, that is a ceiling. It tells you how big is too big. It never, anywhere, says smaller is better. There is no teacup line, no micro line, no pocket tier. The official standard names one weight class and one weight class only. 2 coats, smooth and long, 1 weight ceiling. That is the whole breed. So when a breeder tells you a teacup is a rarer, more valuable type of Chihuahua, they are not quoting a standard, they are quoting a price list. Now, that $20 kitchen scale I mentioned, here's where it earns its keep. These are Kodi and Bodi, 2 brothers, both full-grown adults. Kodi weighs 4.5 pounds. Bodi is just under 4. And people ask me if they are teacups all the time, almost every single time we are out. I just smile and say no, they are regular small Chihuahuas. I am not going to stand in a parking lot and give a stranger a breed standard lecture. I gently correct it and I move on. Because here is the real point. 4 pounds is not a teacup. 4 pounds is just a Chihuahua that happens to be small. There is no number on that scale where a Chihuahua magically turns into a rarer, fancier breed. That number does not exist. A lot of what gets sold as teacup is exactly this: a normal, small Chihuahua, or a puppy photographed at 8 weeks before it finished growing. And this next part matters. Kodi and Bodi are small because they were born small to healthy parents. That is completely different from a dog bred to be tiny on purpose. Same reading on the scale, completely different story. And that difference is exactly where the trouble starts. So if teacup is not a real type, where do these extra tiny puppies actually come from? There are really only 3 answers. 1. It is just a normal small Chihuahua, sold with a fancier word and a bigger number. Harmless to the dog, expensive to you. 2. It is the runt of the litter. The smallest, often the most delicate puppy, relabeled from underdog to luxury item. 3, and this is the one that matters. Some breeders chase tiny on purpose. They pair the smallest dogs they can find, generation after generation, sometimes dogs that never fully developed, specifically to shrink the next litter. That third path is where a marketing word turns into a medical problem. Not because small dogs are bad, because breeding for extreme unnatural smallness stacks the odds against the puppy before it is even born. And that is the part nobody puts on the price tag. Let me be really clear about the tone here, because this channel does not do fear. This is not me telling you tiny dogs are doomed. They are not. Plenty of genuinely small Chihuahuas live long, happy, healthy lives. This is me telling you what you are actually taking on, so a small dog gets the care it deserves. When a dog is bred to an extreme, the risks that already exist in the breed simply get louder. Bones that break more easily, blood sugar that can crash fast in a body that tiny, especially in puppies, crowded teeth, hearts and skulls that need a closer eye from the vet. None of that is a reason to panic. It is a reason to prepare. Feed a genuinely small dog small meals more often so their blood sugar stays steady. Keep them warm. Keto runs cold in a Florida summer with the air conditioning on, so blankets are not optional in this house. And Skip the Daredevil jumps off tall furniture. A little foresight protects a little dog. Now for the twist that ties this whole thing together. Meet Cali. Cali weighs 7 pounds. On paper, in a show ring, that 1 extra pound would disqualify her. Over the standard. And Cali is the healthiest, happiest, most hopelessly attached dog in this entire house. She follows me from room to room like a tiny furry shadow. So think about the range under this one roof. Bodi, under 4 pounds, the dog strangers swear has to be a teacup. Cali, 7 pounds, technically too big for the show ring. That is almost double the weight. Same breed. Both real, both perfect. The little one is not a teacup, and the big one is not a mistake. That is the lesson. The scale gives you a number, it does not give you a dog. Now, when I posted about this on Facebook, some people pushed back. Who cares what it is called, they said. Mine is tiny and loved. And you know what? In the grand scheme of things, they have a point. The name matters a lot less than the life, but there are really two camps in this whole argument, and I want to be honest about which one I am in. On one side, you have the breed purists, the people who want to keep the Chihuahua perfectly pure, who will not even accept a deer head as a real Chihuahua. That is not me. Keto is a deer head, and he is family. On the other side, you have people who just do not want dogs bred unhealthy or buyers getting ripped off. That is where I stand. I do not care what you call your dog. I care that your dog is healthy and that nobody sold you heartbreak with a fancy name. So if you already have a dog, someone sold you as a teacup, hear me on this. You do not have a fake Chihuahua. You do not have a lesser dog. You have a real Chihuahua who loves you and needs you, exactly like every dog on this channel. The word on the receipt does not change the dog on your lap. Our Sophia gave us around 11 years, not because she was rare or tiny or premium, because she was healthy and she was loved. That is the real luxury. Time. And if you are still looking for your first Chihuahua, here is all you need to remember. Ignore the word teacup. Ask about the parents. Ask about their health. Ask to see them. A good breeder talks about wellness. A bad one talks about how small they can go. There is no such thing as a teacup Chihuahua. There is just a Chihuahua and a bigger price tag. If this cleared things up, the next video breaks down applehead versus deerhead, the other big Chihuahua myth, and I will show you the one test that settles it for good. It is on the screen right now. Go watch it, and I will see you there.